Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to LinkedIn AI Secrets. Drop in the comments and say hi. This is a live stream on LinkedIn exclusively, so we want to make use of the comment section, make it as engaging as possible. I'm very, very excited with the content that I've got to share with you today. I've been down a rabbit hole over the last year, and yeah, the AI stuff is all new. So if you've been to my events before, this is all new content, and we're about to get started. Let me just make these slides a bit bigger. Okay. I want to start by saying a big congratulations for being here today. You've already taken the first step towards gaining a huge competitive edge in your industry just by showing up. I want to, as mentioned, make this as engaging as possible. So drop a quick hello in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from. We've had over 370 people registered today. So let's get to know each other a bit. If we met before or you've attended one of my events, welcome back. It's great to have you here. Promise today's content is completely new and exclusive. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm excited to get to know you and your business. The more engaged you are, the more you'll learn. So let's see some of these comments coming through here. Good to see some familiar faces here. Mandy, how are you? Matt, Jason. Lots of people on the call. Good to see everyone showing up. Good on you. Wow, loads of comments. Fantastic. Okay, let's keep going. So with these webinars, what I've found is to make sure you get the most out of the session, you're going to want to close any other tabs or windows you've got open. Put your phone on silent, grab a pen and pad, because trust me, you're going to want to take notes. There's a lot of gold coming your way, and you might even want to take photos of the slides because they will not be available after this recording. I'm not doing sending out slides or anything like that. And this is a one-time only event. So what you're about to learn today is going to be one of the most important things you can apply in your business. Some people are going to embrace AI and they're going to thrive and gain an unfair competitive advantage. Some people are going to be left behind. So by showing up, you've taken the first step. Congratulations on that. You're one of the few that are positioning themselves to win. But you really want to pay attention for the next hour or so. I'll try and get through it in an hour to learn the best things that I've found about AI for LinkedIn. I remember the day AI really hit the scene. Everyone was talking about it, how it was going to change everything. But I thought, how can this really help on LinkedIn? Well, I went down a bit of a rabbit hole. Courses, YouTube deep dives, everyone who offered me a course on Instagram ads. I bought it, digested it, watched a lot of talks on YouTube, tested just about every AI tool that's out there that might be relevant to content creation or lead generation. And trust me, there is a lot of tools and there's more being added every single day. So it's a huge rabbit hole. After a lot of trial and error, I finally figured out what actually works. So my goal today is to save you all of that time and effort. So imagine you're on LinkedIn, but don't have the time or budget to create hundreds of pieces of content. Have someone manage it and generate leads on autopilot, or maybe you do have the budget and you'd rather spend on something else. So over the next hour, I'll share the exact tools and a system to make this happen without hiring anyone or spending all day on LinkedIn doing it all yourself. So it's not just a webinar. I'll be sharing a step-by-step system, a strategy that you can use to make LinkedIn work for you almost automatically, almost. But first, a bit about me, for those of you that don't know me. I'll make this quick because it's not about me, it's about you guys, but I just want to give you some context as to my background and why you may want to pay attention. I started my business 11 years ago when I quit my job. Some of you may know the story. I posted a video about it years ago, and it was one of my first, what I would call a viral video on social media. 11 years ago, I quit my job. I was broke. On the night I quit, I was driving home. My petrol was low. When I got back to my apartment, I tried to turn on the lights because it was getting dark, but the switch wouldn't come on. So I connected 2 extension cords together, plugged one into a PowerPoint in the stairway of my apartment building that I was living at the time, and the other into a desk lamp. Obviously I hadn't paid the power bill, so I used electricity from the apartment building. I'd already not been paid for 3 months in the job I just quit from, hence why I quit. And I was actually close to getting evicted. I'd been warned that I needed to pay my rent or I was going to be out of the apartment. So I was in a bit of a desperate situation. So just in an empty apartment that was dark in St Kilda in Melbourne, I had a desk lamp, and under that lamp, I wrote a business plan to create Australia's first LinkedIn marketing agency. The very next day, I used LinkedIn to book an appointment with a real estate director. And I said, can you gather your agents together? I'm going to get them to invest in your brand and their personal brands online. Walked into that meeting that afternoon, made a $15,000 sale. That was my first day in business. And I started Australia's first LinkedIn marketing agency. Here's a picture of me when I was invited to LinkedIn's office, because I was the first agency in Australia. I was asked to create training courses for the Australian Digital Marketing Institute. And every month I'd fly around the country to every city to deliver these trainings to business professionals. When big companies like Apple or Channel 7 needed LinkedIn advice, my name would come up in the conversation. So for those first 4 or 5 years of running the business, we were really the go-to LinkedIn providers. And now there's others, but we've certainly got the most experience. And I won't go into too much detail here, but I won some awards along the way for best use of LinkedIn a couple of years in a row. I was finalist for Social Media Marketer of the Year and a couple of others. I was on the front cover of the newspaper, looking very happy there. And it's funny, we get so excited when we see ourselves in the newspaper, but I would suggest the amount of eyeballs that paper got is a lot less than what social media can do, specifically LinkedIn. And I promise this will be over soon. I'm not doing this to boast. It's just to, well, it does excite me. It reminds me of where I started, but it gives you a reason to pay attention. And I want you to really focus on what I'm going to be sharing today. In 2019, the Social Media Marketing Institute did a top 20 LinkedIn experts for the Asia Pacific region, and they ranked me number 1, albeit it was a few years ago now. I've been in this space for a long time now. Trained over 40,000 business professionals. All right, now what I thought I might do, rather than going into too much detail about, sorry, I'm just reading some of the comments here. Oh, we've got Nobby's message on the screen, have we? Hide current comment. There we go. Sorry to distract, guys. Just a couple of client examples. This is Dean, 30 days of commencing his lead generation campaign on LinkedIn, consistently meeting with at least 2 potential clients every day. He does office fit outs, renovations, so that's been invaluable for his business. This is Simon. He generated 277 leads, but they were all with these big mining companies, so really high value leads. This is Christian. In 30 days, he generated over 100 leads and almost doubled his sales revenue. It's a video marketing agency there. So just a few examples here to whet your appetite. But now let's get into today's content, the agenda. You've heard a bit about me. Let's dive into the content, which is really what I wanted to get to and what you're going to get out of this session. So we're going to start with your AI advantage, why AI is important, what is important for business owners to know about AI. Should you be scared of AI? Will it replace your jobs? We're going to cover some of those questions. Then we're going to go into why LinkedIn, because this webinar is specifically about AI secrets for LinkedIn. And I just want to explain why I'm focused on LinkedIn, because I think it's very easy to get distracted. You can dive into AI and social media, and there's hundreds of platforms and there's so many different options. And if you're not careful, you can end up just wasting a whole bunch of time. So then we're going to talk about AI-powered content, how to research viral content so you actually know what goes viral. Because at the moment, you still need to guide AI. And I'm going to teach you how to do that. So you need to know what viral content looks like in order to be able to guide it. I've got my top 6 AI tools to share with you. I was almost hesitant about sharing all 6 because these really are my secret formula to LinkedIn marketing. But I'm going to do this once in this event, and I have no plans to do it again, and I won't be offering any downloads or anything like that. So you're getting the inside secrets to my top tools here. I'm going to talk about ChatGPT, prompts that you can use on ChatGPT, how you can create 50 plus videos in a matter of minutes using AI, how to use AI for lead generation, how to schedule and automate your LinkedIn content. And then at the end, once I've delivered all of that, I'm going to give you a bit of a offer. So how you can fast track your success. So for those of you that want to, just have somebody hold your hand and work with me to implement all this, that's an option. I've got an offer that I put together specifically for this audience. So you'll learn everything. I'll deliver all the value. You'll be able to do it all yourself. But if you just want somebody to help you, then that last little section's for you. All right, I'm just going to play a quick video. This is the CEO of ServiceNow.
Every company in the world and every workflow for every company and every industry will be re-engineered in 24 months. This is a tsunami, Ed. This is a tsunami of change. And only the smart ones are going to recognize I have to plant the flag now. Whether the story is complete or not is not the issue. The train has moved out. It's on the fly.
Okay, so it's a tsunami of change. So I think people underestimate really what AI is going to do. Up to 800 million global workers will lose their jobs by 2030 and will be replaced by robotic automation. This is all research-backed reports. This study was by McKinsey Global Institute, consisted of 46 countries, 800 occupations, and found up to 1/5 of the global workforce will be affected by robot automation. So it's a transition on the scale of the early 1900s when much of global industry switched from farming to factory work, and a lot of people had to find new jobs then. Same thing is happening right now with AI. Just getting a couple of messages saying that it's frozen here. Just let me know in the chat if you can still hear me, okay? Just drop some comments in, guys. Let me know if you can still hear me. I'm getting some feedback that we're frozen. Back on now. Okay. Okay. Thanks, guys. Yeah, keep me updated if anything fails us on the technology. I hope you didn't miss any of that content, but we'll just press on. We'll keep going. You only missed a little bit. We're just talking about robot automation. It's forecasted to take up to 800 million jobs by 2030. That's about 1/5 of the global workforce. It was a study by the McKinsey Global Institute. It's a transformation similar to when we switched from farming to factory work, and millions of people had to find new jobs then as well. Let's have a listen to what Elon Musk has to say.
I think we are seeing the most disruptive force in history here. We will have for the first time something that is smarter than the smartest human. I mean, it's hard to say exactly what that moment is, but there will come a point where no job is needed. The AI will be able to do everything. I don't know if that makes people comfortable or uncomfortable.
Well, let's be real for a moment. When somebody like Elon Musk, one of the most forward-thinking minds of our generation, says this, we can't afford to ignore it. AI is transforming industries at a pace that's hard to keep up with. And it's not just manual labor jobs at risk. We're talking about white-collar jobs, creative roles. AI is getting even more creative. Business owners thought we were irreplaceable. It won't be long before, AIs will be basically the smartest individuals on the planet. And so it'll be a very, very different world in the next few years, how we're going to evolve and incorporate AI. So at the moment, the businesses that embrace AI will thrive, and the ones that don't will get left behind. You may have seen me post about this in the last couple of weeks. Goldman Sachs predicts 300 million jobs will be lost by artificial intelligence. I think this is a conservative number. It's not a question if AI will replace jobs, it's how soon and which ones. AI is already building houses. They can build a house in 3 days. They're doing medical operations. All sorts of things like this are happening already. It's just going to take a little bit of time for them to be rolled out to mass market. So I hope this acts as a little bit of a wake-up call for you. The time to act is now. 72% of businesses have adopted AI for at least one business function. One business function isn't a lot, but they're starting to play around with it. AI market's set to grow by 26% in 2025. I think that's conservative. Around 4 in 5 companies deem AI to be a top priority in their business strategy. Look at these numbers. I mean, it's an explosive growth rate, and I think it's conservative. And 4 out of 5 companies already see that AI is important. So the point I'm making here is your competitors are using it. And so you want to make sure that you get on board so that you can compete with them. I'm just checking to make sure that we're still on and we're not frozen. Please just let me know if for any reason your live stream is frozen. I'll keep an eye on the chat. While AI will change everything, it's also a massive opportunity for those who are ready. So be concerned, but more importantly, be prepared. That's what we're here to do today. Not only to understand how AI is reshaping the business landscape, but to position ourselves ahead of the curve, using AI as a tool to grow, not something to fear. Okay, people saying we're still on. Thanks, Mandy. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks, Jamie. Rebecca's frozen. Might be a LinkedIn issue. So here's the truth. This is what I'm saying. AI is already transforming your industry. Question is, will you be among the winners or be left struggling to catch up? All right. Now we're getting into the nitty-gritty. You might be thinking, why LinkedIn? Why am I focused on LinkedIn? Why not focus on other social media platforms like Facebook or Instagram or even TikTok? Well, as business owners, we're not here for likes and shares. We're here for return on investment, sales, recruitment, tangible business results. And LinkedIn is a place to do that. It's a place to do business. The person who logs onto LinkedIn is in a very different mindset than the same person when they log onto Instagram. When they're on LinkedIn, they're in a business mindset. When they're on Instagram, they're socializing with their friends. And we want business results. It's where decision makers are, where business conversations happen, and where you can directly connect with the people to grow your business. So I'm just going to show you a few slides on why LinkedIn is the ideal platform, give you some stats around this, so that we can specialize and talk about AI specifically for LinkedIn. Who here's heard of Gary Vee? Let me know in the comments. If you know Gary, you know he's all about spotting trends early. And when he's encouraging people to take LinkedIn seriously, it's worth paying attention to. When he's mastered every social media platform that's out there and he says LinkedIn's the place to be, it's worth paying attention.
The single biggest way for anybody in this room to double the size of their business, no question, is through a significant content strategy on LinkedIn.
The man has spoken. Love Gary Vee. For those of you who don't know, LinkedIn has been growing at 2 members every second, more than 1 billion members in 200 countries and regions worldwide now. So if you're wondering if your clients are on there, look, there's more than enough people in your target audience on there to keep you busy for many decades. 4 out of 5 LinkedIn members drive business decisions. So there's more people involved in business decisions these days. LinkedIn's audience has 2 times the buying power of your average web audience. So, I mean, I immediately, when I see that, I think the content has to be twice as valuable. If I get 50 views on LinkedIn, that's twice as valuable to 50 views on Facebook, just purely because LinkedIn audience has 2 times the buying power. And I'm going to show you now why it's actually more than 2 times. There's a few other bits and pieces here as well. Trust is everything when it comes to doing business, especially in B2B. When you're building relationships, sharing content, or generating leads, you want to do it in a space where people feel safe, confident, and that's what you can do with LinkedIn. And that's why it works so much better than cold calling or email marketing, because it's a trusted environment. If I send you an invite to connect and you accept, it's almost like implied consent that we can contact each other. So that's your business relationship online. If you send somebody a connection request, they can click on your name and read your profile rather than you telling them all the information about you. And it's not just about connections. It's about building credibility where trust matters most. And LinkedIn is ranked the #1 most trusted social media platform by the US Digital Trust Survey. So again, if people trust the content on LinkedIn twice as much as Facebook, again, it's twice as valuable again. Here was a survey by the B2B house. Oh, what's happened here? Which of the following social media channels have generated revenue for you? 57% said not sure, 38% said LinkedIn. So the majority of B2B marketers don't actually know where their sales are coming from when it comes to social media. But LinkedIn outranks the rest of them. Okay, so the traditional approach to content creation is really what I've been doing for the last 7 or 8 years since LinkedIn introduced content to the platform. So your first thing you need is a copywriter. And obviously you can do this yourself. So there's either an investment of time or money, right? And obviously you want the standard to be high. A copywriter is going to cost conservatively $100 to $300 per post. A post should take them 1 to 2 hours. So a total cost for 20 posts. If you're doing 20 posts a month, that's one post every weekday. Your copywriter is going to cost you about $2 to $6 grand. Now, if you've got a video editor, I'll just show it all here. A video editor, I mean, it's going to be at least $200 to $500 per video. I mean, when I first started doing video, I was paying in the thousands per video. Obviously now with social media video being so prevalent, there are video guys out there that will do it for $200 to $500 per video. It's going to take them at least 2 to 4 hours to edit. So you're looking at 4,000 to 10,000 just to get 20 videos done. And you also need someone to manage it all. You need research done, you need scheduling, posting, managing replies, all of that stuff. If you're going to do it successfully, is more or less a full-time job. So if you hire a social media manager, you're looking to $4,000 to $6,000 a month. Again, these 3 roles you can do all yourself as well, but there's a big investment in time. If you start doing all of this yourself and you're doing 20 posts per month, if you're doing it properly, it's almost like 50% of your workday is going into content creation. And if you outsource, so you're spending at least $10,000 or $22,000 per month. That's just assuming that you're only doing 20 posts on one platform. So with AI-powered content creation, you can generate posts in minutes with AI tools. You can create and edit videos at scale. One of the things I love LinkedIn is because once you figure out a formula to get the output that you want, you can scale up as much as you like. You can say, create 100 of these for me. And I'm going to show you some examples. I can't wait to get into the AI tools and show you some examples of what you're able to do. You don't need full-time staff. AI handles the research, writing, and even scheduling, but you do need a system to manage the AI. Otherwise, it's just going to be all over the place. So I mean, AI is going to cost you. You might spend $50 to $200 just to get the premium version of some tools, but that's about it. So you're saving at least 10 to 20 grand per month, 120 to 240 per year. I mean, if you've got a bigger team, the savings even massiver. All right, enough talking about AI and why AI. It's time to see these tools in action. We covered the why behind AI, and I'm going to show you now how these tools can actually be implemented for your LinkedIn strategy. We're going to cover things like automating repetitive tasks, generating high quality content in seconds, I mean, these tools are designed to make your life easier and your results stronger. So let's dive in and take a look at how you can start leveraging them right away. So the first one we're going to look at is ChatGPT. It's one that a lot of you will be using. In fact, drop in the chat. Tell me if you've used ChatGPT before, and if there's any other AI tools that you really enjoy. Drop them in the chat as well. I'll bring some of them up on the screen. So ChatGPT is one of the first AI tools that come out, and it's one of the most popular ones. For those that haven't used it, ChatGPT is an AI-powered assistant. So you type into it, and it can give you typed responses. You can now do voice notes from your phone. It's like having a 24/7 assistant that never sleeps, is constantly learning and constantly getting better. One of the things I loved about ChatGPT is it's constantly getting smarter. And it can process information extremely fast. So if you need help with LinkedIn content, responding to emails, coming up with ideas, ChatGPT is there to support you. But it's always improving. Every time you use it, it's learning from feedback, getting smarter. So don't ignore ChatGPT, even if you're not using it yet, because it's just going to continue to get better. And it'll save you time, boost your productivity, grow your business even faster. Good. Just having a look at some of the comments here. People are mentioning Perplexity, Copilot. Claude, I haven't used that one before. Leonardo, Copilot again. I'm very interested in Copilot. Gemini, Mr. Chatty, haven't heard of that one either. Yeah, fantastic. All right, so you don't want posts that look like this, right? So if you ask ChatGPT to write you some text about, how to create a LinkedIn marketing post or something like that, it's probably going to give you something like this, which isn't going to be engaging for social media. It's long paragraphs. There's no clear breaks. It's too much information packed into one chunk of text. So it makes it hard to read. So people scrolling through LinkedIn aren't looking to read essays. If your post looks like a wall of text, it's likely they'll scroll right past it. It's overwhelming, makes it difficult to find key points when there's huge paragraphs. And one of the big ones is it's not mobile friendly. When people are skimming on their mobile phone, it's very easy for them to lose their place. So you want to space the text out, make it really easy to read. And finally, there's just no clear structure. I mean, it might work if you're writing a novel, but for social media posts, we want to keep things simple, engaging, easy on the eyes, make sure they're mobile friendly so people can engage with the content easily, you can capture their attention easily. People are more likely to stop, read, and respond. A post like this is what you're looking for. So I'm going to show you how I created this post on ChatGPT and how I can create hundreds of these posts. The key things to note are, each each sentence is only one line. Each paragraph is either, they're all 2 lines or 1 line. It starts with a hook at the start that makes people want to read more and builds curiosity. Very important part of LinkedIn copywriting is the hook. Stop posting LinkedIn content nobody reads. Here's the solution, how to hook them in 7 seconds. And that's the part where people will click read more. So that hook is very important. It's as important, if not more important than the rest of the post. And you'll notice that it's very easy to read. I've got a list there with numbers, so it's very easy to scan the content. And it finishes with a call to comment. What's your go-to strategy for writing LinkedIn hooks? Drop your thoughts in the comments. All right, so let's have a go at how I put this together. So here's the first prompt I used. So you can all do this. Give me 5 content pillars for, in my case, a LinkedIn agency that specializes in lead generation and content marketing. And you can plug and play put your own business type and areas of focus in there. And here's what ChatGPT had to say. The 5 content pillars it gave me are LinkedIn lead generation strategies, content marketing, algorithm insights, personal branding and thought leadership, AI and automation, and LinkedIn marketing. I thought they're pretty good. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think of the pillars that ChatGPT suggested. If you're not happy with them, you can ask it to change specific ones or come up with 10 ideas instead of 5. But you kind of want to land on 5. So a content pillar is really a topic that your content's about. So in this case, I would have 5 topics. And under those pillars, you can have lots of post ideas and frequently asked questions. So you can create loads of content for each pillar. But as you're growing your LinkedIn audience, it's good to stay consistent with the topics you talk about. So I always start at the top, come up with the content pillars, and then work down from there. So we're laying the foundation now, correct. See some good comments coming through here. Okay, let's move on. So step 1 is to create your content ideas. So now we've created the content pillars, the 5 pillars. I'm going to ask ChatGPT to give me 5 post ideas for each pillar that are likely to go viral on LinkedIn. So it's 5 post ideas. Okay, so let's just use pillar 1 that it gave me as an example. Pillar 1 was about lead generation. So these are the 5 post ideas it gave me for the lead generation category. Have a read through those. Let me know what you think of them in the comments. These are just topics, by the way. So obviously, if I wanted to, I could create 5 post ideas for every content pillar, and then I'd have 25 post ideas to go through. There's no reason why you can't ask for 10 post ideas. I mean, I think they're pretty good, you know, for ideas. You know, very engaging. So what's the next step? So we've got a 5 content pillars and 25 post ideas. The next step is to focus on the hook. The hook is the most critical part of your post. A lot of people don't know this, and that's why they don't get a lot of views on LinkedIn. It's what grabs attention and stops people scrolling through the newsfeed. So if you don't capture people's attention in the first line or 2 of your post, they won't even read the rest, no matter how valuable your content is. So it's very important that we have good hooks for our posts. So step 2 is writing a hook. It's the first sentence that grabs the audience's attention. So it's normally short, sharp, makes the reader want to learn more. It sparks curiosity. So here are a couple of examples from some of my recent posts. If you could double your output, would you? It's easier than you think. So you can see how that creates curiosity because I'm not giving people the answer in the first line. Question's always good to start if you're using a hook. I love it when the hook is 8 words or less. So it's very easy to digest. And then the next sentence is generally a bit shorter. So it's just a teaser. And they can tell that the rest of the post is going to be about how to double your output. Here's another one. Stop selling, start solving. Don't jump straight into pitching on LinkedIn. Do this instead. And then it goes into, you know, content about helping people buy. Stop selling, start solving. Very punchy, grabs people's attention. Another one I did recently, I've interviewed 200 of the world's most successful people. I asked them all the same question. Again, creates curiosity. People are wondering what the question might be. So here's a prompt you can use to create your hooks. So based on these content topics you created, I want you to write me 5 viral LinkedIn post hook ideas for each topic in content pillar 1, LinkedIn lead generation strategies. And obviously you do your the pillar you want to focus on, or do all your pillars, up to you. Say make sure the hook follows the following format: a bold statement that is no more than 8 words in sentence 1, and then followed by a sentence that re-hooks the audience. So the second sentence, the re-hook, is pulling the audience in a little bit deeper. And then I've got a process for how I follow up with the rest of the post, but I just want to start really at the moment just with the hook. Okay, we got a bit more than 5 here, but this is what ChatGPT said. Stop sending call messages that don't work. Here's how to generate leads the right way. Stop wasting time on bad LinkedIn outreach. So you can see it likes the formats, stop, blah, 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 which I actually like as well. And then here's the solution. Your LinkedIn messages are unconverting. Here's why. These are great hooks. Perfect. And all we had to do is give it a few very specific, simple instructions. Let me know in the chat if this is valuable, guys. Thanks for the feedback, guys. Glad you're finding it valuable. This recording will be online after the live for 24 hours or so. So you can always come back and take photos of the screen if you need to get your prompts. Okay, we've written the hooks. So let's write the post now. So the hook that I decided to use was stop posting LinkedIn content nobody reads. Here's how to hook them in 7 seconds. And I said, please write the entire LinkedIn caption using short sentences, 1 or 2 line paragraphs, and finish with a call to comment. For those of you that don't know, a call to comment is like a call to action. It tells people what to do next. Only the action is to engage in the comments. The LinkedIn algorithm works on engagement. So the more comments you get, the more people will see your content. And that's how content goes viral. When it comes to LinkedIn, comments are more important than likes. Likes are more important than shares. So I always encourage people to jump in the comments and then obviously reply to all the comments as well. So that's how you build community, build relationship with people in the audience. And, if you get 10 comments and you reply to all of them, that's 20 comments. So you get a lot more engagement, which means more views. So let's see what ChatGPT comes up with. So this is the post I showed you at the start. Stop posting LinkedIn content nobody reads. Here's how to hook them in 7 seconds. Great hook and rehook. The first line of your post is everything. It's the difference between scrolling past or stopping to engage. Here's the 3-step formula to get them hooked instantly. I love it. Using a list in your post is a great way to make the content scannable and for people to see the value easily. Breaking up the content with 3 steps or 3 tips or 3 mistakes or 5 if you like. Just having bullet points even is a great way to make the content a lot easier to read, particularly on a mobile. Try it in your next post. You'll be surprised at the results. I love it how each sentence is just 1 line. Makes it very easy to read. The text almost follows a wave format because you've got longer sentences then shorter ones, which adds to the cadence when people are reading it. And then it ends with the call to comment. What's your go-to strategy for writing LinkedIn hooks? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And a little emoji pointing down so people know where the comments are. I'm very happy with that post. And obviously I could ask ChatGPT to create a post like this for all 5 hooks in each pillar if I want to. And that's how you batch create content. So that's the best part. You can batch create as many posts as you want. Once you know the instructions that you need to give ChatGPT to create content that it's actually going to be decent, you don't need to hop on there every single time you want to do a post and say, oh, let's do one today. Oh, I forgot to tell you, the hook has to be 8 words, 1-line paragraphs, all that kind of stuff. If you've told it to ChatGPT once, you can get them to create 125 posts in a few minutes very easily. And that's your social media strategy taken care of. And it will make us rich, of course. All right, so we're moving on now to the second best AI tool for LinkedIn. I hope that ChatGPT section was valuable. Cleo. Drop in the chat, let me know if you've used Cleo. Question. Can you modify the prompt to have a persona of Aussie slang? Yeah, you can do whatever you like. Absolutely. Love to see. So good to see all the comments coming through, guys. Anybody use Cleo, by the way? Cleo's one I discovered more recently. Very excited about this one. So one of the keys to managing a successful LinkedIn strategy is actually knowing what works. what content goes viral, what resonates with your audience. You need to know all that stuff before you can actually confidently review what something like ChatGPT gives you and know whether it's good or not. So wouldn't it be great if you could see the most viral posts in your niche every single day? Imagine being able to visit a creator's profile and instantly see which posts have performed the best for them since they started posting. And that's where Cleo comes in. I mean, it helps you analyze what's working on LinkedIn, not just for your own post, but for others in your space as well, and shows you top performing content in your niche. So it really is a secret weapon. So this is what it looks like. It's actually a Google extension. So when you go over to LinkedIn, once you've set it up, it'll pop up on the side here. You can see it says popular posts. So you can actually see what are the most popular posts in the news feed, and then you can search by certain topics as well. And then you can sort them by comments, you can sort them by likes, you can sort them a number of different ways. So you can see what content's actually doing really well at the moment. So you can see what content performs best and use those ideas in your own stuff. Now, if you go to a creator's profile, like here I am on my profile, it'll show you all their posts, and you can sort them by comments, likes, so you can see what posts have done the best for them. So I found it very interesting, even just using it on my own profile. But when I look at other creators as well, I'll be curious to find out what posts perform best for them. Might give me some ideas for hooks, content, that kind of thing. And by the way, I'm not plagiarizing here. I'm just actually learning and finding out what does well on the platform. And it gives you some stats as well. Like you can see which post performed best in terms of likes, comments, and shares. You can see what time they were posted. So you can identify the best times to post, how often someone posts, whether it's daily, weekly, or sporadically. So you can understand what their consistency looks like. The insight's invaluable because it gives you a blueprint for success. You can learn from best performers. If it's somebody in your industry doing really well on LinkedIn, you can find out why. Adapt their strategies and apply them to your own LinkedIn. I mean, it takes the guesswork out of content by showing you exactly what works. So you can see common posting time, 1:38 p.m., posting frequency 2.8 times per week. That should increase. In the last few weeks, I've been doing it every day. Posting days, Monday to Friday. Yeah, so it's got a bit more information if you scroll down on average post engagement and so on. So you can install it for free at Cleo with a K.so. It's a free Google extension. So you might want to take a snapshot of this slide or write it down so you can check out Cleo. Next one is one of my favorites, MagicPost. Drop in the chat and let me know if you've used MagicPost before. Manny's just asking the cost for subscription. It's actually a free tool. Cleo's free. So go ahead and take advantage of that. I mean, this is one that I was tempted to keep it a secret. I mean, it is so good. MagicPost has been helping me create a lot of my content for LinkedIn over the last 6 months or so. And it's basically a post generator. So there's all these categories. And I'm sorry that I'm using screenshots. I didn't want to share my screen with you because it would just go on all day if we did that. So this is just to give you a bit of an insight as to what the tools can do. Then you can go check them out on your own. Post generator. So content type, you can choose from 4 different options. I think there are actionable, inspiring, and a couple of others. And then there's categories within each content type. So you can see on the screen, explanation analysis. Another one is striking advice. There's a few different post categories. And then you can type your little subject, type a little blurb about what you want to talk about. And then it will create a post for you in a format that's going to do well on LinkedIn. And I mean, it's been doing well since they started, but they've even made it better. You can see at the top, you can actually, it says Nathanial Bibby at the top. That's a LinkedIn writing style that you can set up. So you can actually put a link to a LinkedIn profile and it will analyze the writing style of that creator, and it will use it to create your posts. So I'm just using my own because I'd like to create content like I've created in the past. But you can put anyone's in there. You can, if there's a creator you like out there, you like his writing style, put his link into MagicPost. Okay, so here's an example. I just kept it simple. Quite often I write a lot more than this, but what's the biggest mistake people make on LinkedIn? I've chose content type actionable, post category striking advice. Let's see what MagicPost comes up with. Your LinkedIn profile isn't about you. It's about what you can offer others. Good hook. I like it. It's no surprise that profiles filled with "I'm experienced in" often get ignored. It's no surprise that blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's actually pretty good advice. You need to focus on your audience. I like that. What I'd probably do, and I often do this with MagicPost, is I make a few tweaks to the content to make it easier to read, make the sentences a bit shorter. I may even copy this and plug it into ChatGPT if you want to get into real detail and ask it to make the sentences shorter. But that's pretty good. I mean, what I'm suggesting is just really catering it for my writing style. Okay, so this one was what MagicPost came up with before I customized the writing style. And then this one was when I activated my own Nathanial Bibby writing style. And yet, to be honest, that's more in line with what I would generally write. You can see the bullet points, very easy to read. The sentences are much shorter, one-line paragraphs. Hook is still good. Biggest mistake people make on LinkedIn, treating it like a resume. Yep, that's exactly what I would have said. I might make that second line a little bit shorter, but that's pretty damn good. I mean, a post like that would take, even a professional copywriter at least half an hour to write, probably an hour. So MagicPost saves you heaps of time. Let me see if we've got some questions here. Can I also achieve this via ChatGPT? Yes, these days you can. I have found that you need to give ChatGPT a lot more direct instructions, whereas MagicPost is set up to create LinkedIn posts. They know the writing styles that go well. These are really designed for LinkedIn, whereas ChatGPT, you have to give it a bit more guidance as to how to create the content. So yes, you can use ChatGPT, or MagicPost might be a bit more user-friendly for you. So it's entirely up to you. You find what works for you. There's a bunch of other tools on MagicPost. I'm not going to go into all of them. One of them is a post generator from a URL. So you could put a YouTube video link in there, or a web page. Doesn't necessarily have to be something you created. It could be a YouTube video you enjoyed. I just plugged in a YouTube video from my YouTube channel about LinkedIn profile optimization, made the category explanation analysis, and it actually wrote this post from watching the video. Are you making this critical mistake with your LinkedIn profile? Most people overlook its true power. It's written so well. I wouldn't need to make many changes to that at all. And it's just done it from a YouTube video. So if you've got existing content that's out there, or you want to, summarize videos that other people have done, or web pages or blogs, this is a huge time saver. Okay, so excuse me. If you use this link, you'll get your first 15 posts free, because the way that MagicPost works, it's on a credit system. You can buy so many credits a month. So if you want your first 15 free posts, head to bibby.consulting/MagicPost. And they've given me a link there to offer people that special offer. Okay, next one is SuperGrow. Anybody use SuperGrow? Drop in the chat, let me know. Just a quick question here. Is MagicPost a paid subscription? Yes, it is, but it's very cheap. I think it's like $7 or $8, something like that a month, but well worth it. Okay, SuperGrow. SuperGrow is an all-in-one platform. It's designed to make building your personal brand effortless. It's packed with features that help grow your audience, craft content, and automate your LinkedIn strategy. So I'm just going to show you a few screenshots here of some of the features. Again, this is another paid one. You can do a 7-day free trial. So generate posts with AI. You can generate posts from a YouTube video, from a PDF, from an article. I've used it to plug in my articles for blogs and stuff to post content. You can use it to format your content. You can kind of set up templates with writing styles that you like, and SuperGrow will use that template to create the content for you. And they've just integrated generating posts from audio as well, so you could use audio if you'd prefer to speak to it. It's got a section called Content Inspiration, where you can look at certain categories and see what posts have gone viral. So that's a great way to get ideas or inspiration, if you like, having a look through those, and then you can reword them and use them as your own posts. Idea generator. So you plug in a topic or industry that you want to generate ideas for. So I put in AI and it gives you a bunch of examples of ideas that you could use. Again, I know it's similar to ChatGPT. I mean, you could use ChatGPT to do this. I guess this is just a platform that's designed for LinkedIn, and it's got everything all in one place. It can make carousels for you. This is pretty cool. I haven't seen any other tools that do this. So you can either use text to type in what you would like in the carousel. Carousel, by the way, is like it's like a slideshow. You see people posting on LinkedIn like 10 or 15 slides. That's called a carousel. And so it might be like, 5 tips for improving your LinkedIn profile, and maybe each, page is 1 tip or something like that. They take a long time to design, or if you want to get a designer to do it, obviously you have to invest in that. You can choose a template in the Carousel Maker, plug in some text, and it will create it. I mean, you can pretty much create a carousel from anything you give it. You could give it a post you've done, you could give it an article, and it will create a carousel from that. Obviously, the more detail you give it, the better the carousel is going to end up. But great way to create some alternative content, because you could do a written caption, video, an article, and then a carousel as well over this on the same topic. To upload audio, can we repurpose our podcast on SuperGrow? Yep, great idea. Absolutely. Yep, and you can do the same on ChatGPT as well. Is this a Taplio competitor? Similar products. I use both. Taplio is really good as well. Same sort of thing. Few differences. It's this one. Hey Sue, how you doing? Good to see you here. What happens if posts do go viral? Does your audience get sick of seeing the notifications, lose interest in what you have to offer, or are you just hoping to reach a wider audience? You want to sick of seeing the notifications? That's a good question, Sue. I guess it depends. I mean, one of the things that I like about social media is the feedback is in real time. So you'll soon know if your audience isn't interested in what you're doing, because they're going to stop engaging with it. So getting feedback, monitoring the comments, seeing what people are saying about your content is very important. I'm not suggesting that the goal is just to go viral. Viral sort of indicates that it's more like, a one-off, getting loads of eyeballs. What I'm really talking about is just getting the post picked up by the algorithm. I'd much rather see you consistently get 500 views a post than one that gets 300,000 and then and it's hard to replicate and it's hard to stay consistent. The next one doesn't get as many, etc., etc. So no, the goal is not just to get as many eyeballs as possible. It's a good point. It's about being targeted, having an audience which is ideal for your business. So when I use the word viral, what I really mean is getting picked up by the algorithm so you can maximize the impact with your posts. It's got a content calendar on here as well, so you can schedule content. I think that's very well worthwhile. One caveat I will say with this, though, is if you are going to schedule content, make sure you set a reminder in your calendar that the post is going up so you can engage with comments quickly after the post is done. It's very important to respond to comments, quickly, especially like the first hour or two after you've posted. So the problem with scheduling content sometimes is then people forget to check it and reply to comments. And if you're going to do that and you're going to ignore your audience, then don't schedule your content, do it manually. But if you are going to schedule it, that's fine. Just make sure you set some time aside after the post is done to engage with your community. Here are some examples of posts from SuperGrow. There's a number of different templates on there. So you might say this is similar to what we did with MagicPost and ChatGPT. That's true. I mean, I'm a LinkedIn marketing expert, so I'm using all these tools. These are the ones that I think are the best. You got to find which one works best for you. So I can't say one's better than the other, but check them out. See which one you like the look of. This is another one that SuperGrow did. A bit of a different format. I hate seeing them. I love that hook to create curiosity. Every day, more and more LinkedIn sales pitches get dumped in my inbox. LinkedIn sucks, they tell me. And it goes on. Okay, ChatGPT, Cleo, MagicPost, SuperGrow. Now, Opus Clip. Oh, this is the one I'm probably most excited about. Who's using Opus Clip? Drop in the comments, let me know. Opus Clip can help transform video content into engaging bite-sized clips. It's an AI-powered tool that takes long-form videos and generates micro content from them. So, you plug in a 15, 20-minute video and it spits out 20 short clips that are optimized for LinkedIn with subtitles that follow your guidelines, so they're branded. It auto-generates them. You can do it in minutes. It identifies the most engagement segments to ensure your clips capture attention quickly. It analyzes the hook and cuts the video up accordingly. And it formats them for social media. So you can add captions, resize the videos, adjust the layout for maximum engagement. It really allows you to get the most out of every piece of video content by turning it into multiple shareable clips. So who's used Opus Clip? Let me see in the comments here. Yeah, Con has. Okay, we've got lots of comments here. Hey, Thomas Green, long time no see. Will there be a recording? Yeah, the recording will be there for 24 hours. Question here. Are you automating your own comments with AI? No, I'm not doing that. No, I know you can do that. I've chosen not to. I'd prefer to comment myself. It's just my personal preference. I'd like to engage my community, see what people are saying. So no, I don't automate my comments with AI. A lot of people are, and I think it's hurting the platform, to be honest. I haven't found a way to do it authentically, to be honest. So this is really about creating content based on some knowledge that you may already have. Like, I customize the content as much as I can. So it's not like AI is doing everything for me. It's just helping me with the legwork. So on Opus Clip, you just plug a link in and then you click that big white button and say get clips. So you can either upload a video or you can put in a link to a YouTube video. I've got lots of videos on my YouTube channel, so I've just plugged one in for this example. I press that get clips in one click button, and it gives, in this scenario, it gave me 20 short videos, and then you can get another 20 by pressing the button again in clip anything. But you can see the first 3 are there, and those little numbers on the left of the video show the virality score. So the top one's 99 out of 100. The second one's 98 out of 100, and so on. And so that's from a live talk, and each video is about one specific topic. So I just downloaded the first video just to show you what sort of quality it spits out.
There's only 2 reasons why people buy from you. There's only 2 reasons, 2 things: attention and trust. There's only 2 things why people would buy from you. So yes, you can get their attention, but you're not going to hold on to it if you don't build trust.
It got a little bit of the clip from the slide at the end. So yeah, I could edit that and take that bit out. And you can easily add parts to the video or take parts out. To edit it, it's very much, it brings up the script of the whole video, and you can like highlight stuff to add it in, highlight stuff to delete it. It's very easy to edit. This is saving me thousands of dollars on video editing. So yeah, Opus Clip, it's a huge one. Now, the question is, if you don't have lots of videos online, what sort of videos should you create to use an Opus Clip? Now, Eddie Malouf founded 4Media. This guy spends a huge amount on marketing. He's got a digital agency with 100 team members, over 700 million per year in managed revenue. Works with Burger King, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. He gives a piece of advice in this podcast which I found invaluable, and I think we should all pay attention to it.
All the ads that are working the best, the things that are getting the most people's attention is podcast clips. I don't care what I'm selling. I kid you not, we're selling a vegan milk for a client. They paid every content agency in the world to make content, including us. We made the sickest videos, UGC stuff, interview stuff, nothing. We made a podcast clip of the person talking about what it is that's in the milk, etc. Literally 6 times return on the dollar. Thousands of dollars spent every single day, 6 times return. I can go on and on and on. Hair loss brands, attorneys, accountants, everything in between. Podcast clips is what's working.
So there you go. So what Eddie's saying is podcast clips are getting 6 times return on investment. So when it comes to short videos, pictures of videos of people speaking into a microphone, getting interviewed, clips like that are what actually get the most attention. So when you're asking the question, what videos should you create? A podcast, long form video is ideal for Opus Clip, and then it'll be edited into lots of short videos. So setting up an interview with yourself, with ideally it could either be on on somebody else's podcast. Hopefully they ask good questions, or I've got a solution towards the end which I'm going to share with you of how I could help you with a video interview. So I found that clip really valuable. Let me know in the comments if you're getting value, guys. Lots of comments coming through here. Lots of feedback about AI for commenting. Get your free trial, bibby.consulting/Opus Clip. Just give you a moment to jot that down. We've got a lot to get through, so I'll press on. Nearly there. 6th tool, Pipedrive. So this is really for those of you that want to generate leads, manage sales. I mean, the LinkedIn inbox is very difficult to navigate. It's hard to keep track of leads, and the AI assistant that LinkedIn has is not ideal. So Pipedrive is one that I've found that makes it really easy to integrate with LinkedIn. I'll just show you a couple of things here. So when you look at somebody's profile, you can see just below the follow button there, it says add to CRM. So I can actually, if I want to pull out the information from this guy's profile, his company, his email address, any other information that's on his profile, I can add it straight into my customer relationship management system. Either add him as a contact, add him as a lead, or add him as a potential deal. That way you're not going to miss out on following up with potential prospects. So I think this is quite important. If you're in conversations with somebody on the LinkedIn inbox and you've sent them a message and they haven't replied to you, and it's been a few months and you've completely forgot to follow it up, this will help you avoid that happening. And there are other ones out there. Pipedrive is one that I've just found very easy to use, and it's got everything I need. When writing messages in LinkedIn, it also gives you the option to write templates. I've got a bit of an add-on here called Surf, which integrates with Pipedrive. And I can click use a template. And you can see to the right there, some templates pop up. So I can just click on one of those and it puts a message in automatically, which is great if you're using it to generate leads. If you're sending out connection requests, or people have just accepted a connection request, or you're responding to inquiries, you've got templates there that you can use so you can, keep your messaging consistent. A few more AI benefits in Pipedrive. I mean, this is off LinkedIn, really. They have an AI-powered sales assistant. So, it'll tell you deal tips, like based on, you put a new potential deal in the pipeline, you set up your sales stages, and AI will suggest, I think it's worth following this guy up, at this point, or I think it's worth sending this guy this email, and it'll actually write emails for you. So things will pop up. Basically, it's just an AI sales assistant, and they're just getting better all the time. They're pretty smart already, but they're just getting better. Email generator, you can give it a simple prompt and it'll write emails for you. It's a huge time saver. You can send emails from Pipedrive. And email summaries. So if you're getting long emails, it'll summarize them for you. So just a few bits and pieces like that, which is why I think Pipedrive was worth mentioning in this webinar all about AI. 30 days free trial and 20% off. Bibby.consulting/Pipedrive. Check it out. All right. Moving on. So let me know in the comments so far if this has been good information. These are my 6 best AI tools for LinkedIn. Key takeaways. Let's recap on some of the most important parts so far. AI is not just an opportunity, it's a necessity. Early adopters are going to gain a massive competitive edge. LinkedIn offers the biggest growth potential, I believe. AI enables content creation at scale. You've just seen how you can create hundreds of content in minutes, save over 120 grand on marketing by automating your processes with AI, and how to manage your leads in a CRM as well. Now that you've seen just how powerful AI can be, you've learned how it can save you time, reduce costs, and generate leads at scale. The thing is this: knowing this information isn't enough. It's all about how you implement it. And that's where most people will struggle. And I would imagine 70 to 80% of people will struggle with this, even if they made it along to a training session like this. Its implementation is where they get stuck. And that's where many will fall behind. But not you. You've taken the step to be here today, and I want to help you take the next step. And so if you want to know how you can fast track your success, listen up, because I'm about to share with you a bit of an offer to help you with the implementation stage, so you don't get left behind. So this will give you a massive competitive edge. I mean, I've shared with you everything that you need to do, to be honest, and you can go away and execute. But if you want some help and guidance along the way, then I've put together something for you. It'll just take 5 or 10 minutes to go through, see if that's a good fit for you. This is really for those that want to lock in what we've learned and start executing immediately without the guesswork. I'll be holding your hand step by step with hands-on support to fast track your results. Look, if you want to do it yourself, then that's fine. I've given you all the tools and strategies to do that. But right now, I just want to talk to those who are serious about accelerating their progress, don't want to waste time figuring out all the details on their own, ready to start executing and want some help to do that, then I've got an incredible offer for you. So the offer is 3 coaching sessions for 1 hour with me, one-on-one. AI is a new area of my business. It's not like I have an AI agency. I've got a LinkedIn marketing agency. So I thought, how can I help businesses implement AI into their business? And the best way to do that is through one-on-one coaching. So I've got a capacity. I can only do 10 of these. So it's limited to 10 people. Session 1 will be about viral content creation. We'll research content in your industry that's performing well, create your content pillars, generate topics for each pillar, brainstorm viral hook ideas, and we'll develop over 100 post ideas ready to implement. But more importantly, you'll have a system for creating post ideas moving forward. So this is really the research and getting the content topics right, and coming up with a whole bunch of ideas that are going to resonate with your audience. In your second coaching session, we'll be talking about AI-driven content and automation. So this is when we'll actually create the videos in Opus Clip, and I'm going to show you a little bit about how we do that in a minute. Develop your strategy for calls to actions in your posts, so we can put that put them in automatically, automate your LinkedIn posting, set up your content calendar so you're consistent, and create more posts and micro content with AI. The reason I haven't got into more detail there is because it's going to depend on the business, where your advantages are, whether it's educational content, inspirational, or sharing stories and things like that. So we'll incorporate what you've got to work with and work out what type of content is going to work best for you. And session 3 will be about LinkedIn outreach and engagement. I mean, this is the system I've used to generate over 500 million in sales for my clients over the last 10 years. So we'll create an outreach strategy, connection requests and messaging templates that you can use. Set up a system like Pipedrive to manage your leads. If you've got an existing CRM, we might be able to find a tool to plug in with it. And then also how you could turn your existing connections into clients. So you might already have a big network, or even if you've only got a few hundred people in your network, how can we actually approach them and turn them into offline sales opportunities? I'll give you the scripts, the templates, everything. Bonus 1 is I will give you a fully optimized LinkedIn profile. I mean, this service alone is worth $1,500. Get your profile ranking number 1, stand out from the crowd, convert visitors to leads. So when people come to your profile, they actually, engage with you, contact you, and position yourself as an industry leader. Once your profile is optimized, you'll be, in the top 2 to 3% of profiles in your industry, which is very important when prospects are looking at your profile. And this is one of the added bonuses, which I think will really add a lot of value to a lot of you. I'll personally interview you via Zoom. It's not just any interview. It's designed to position you as an expert in your field. I'll give you tips on lighting and sound and camera setup. So we make sure it's high quality content. But this one interview is designed to then be chopped up using Opus Clip. So you can create, 40 viral micro videos. So it's about asking the right questions, right? I've been doing interviews with entrepreneurs for my content for years. I've done well over 500 interviews. So I've learned over time what questions will dictate the right audience. So my job is really to draw the content out of you. So we do an interview together, and then that can be used on Opus Clips. You create all your viral content in the way that Eddie Malouf said, is going to perform best, which is podcast clips. So we're going to be creating podcast clips for you. I think this is really valuable. It's my responsibility to draw the content out of you, and then Opus Clip does the rest. I mean, if you hire a video editor to edit 40 clips for you, you'd be spending at least $5,000 or something like that. So this way you can do it with just a small investment of time. So the program I've set up for you guys, you get 3 coaching sessions focused on AI implementation and content creation, fully optimized LinkedIn profile, expert interview that gives you 40 micro videos ready to post, powerful LinkedIn outreach strategy that's ready to execute, and automation to fill your calendar on autopilot. When I add all these things up, the value is just under 10 grand. Today, I'm going to do it for $2,997. The price is going to be available for the next 12 hours only. So you do need to take action if you want to do this, because it's a big investment of my time to deliver all this. But I really do think it solves a problem for a lot of you that wants to execute and just need a bit of guidance along the way. After 12 hours, it's going back up to the full price. I can only take on 10 people as well. So it's kind of first come, first served. If you have any questions or need to go over any details, just send me a message on LinkedIn. I've set aside some time this afternoon so I can respond to those. But remember, this offer is only available for the next 12 hours. And to take advantage, you just need to email admin@bibbyconsultinggroup.com.au with your business name and a link to your LinkedIn profile. Again, only 10 spaces available, guys. I do have a capacity on this one. And the offer is only valid for 12 hours only. After that, it'll be going up to full price. So if it's of interest, please sign up and I'll see you in our first coaching session. But if not, thanks so much for being here today. I'm wishing you massive success on LinkedIn. I hope to see you guys popping up in my feed. And now that is the time to take action and make it happen. The future belongs to those who go for it. Thanks for being here today, guys. Drop your feedback in the comments, by all means. I'll be going through the comments because I had to focus on a lot of the slides today, but I'll be going through the comments, checking some of them out, responding to any that need my attention. All right, guys, wishing you success. Have a great week in business.